Tomorrow is Tesla's 1010 We Robot event, and in honor of that, I have 10 predictions for what we're going to see at the event. So let's take a look. Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. Yes, tomorrow is the 1010 We Robot event. Likely when you're watching this video, I will either be on the airplane to Los Angeles or in Los Angeles getting ready for the event myself, but I wanted to do some predictions. The first 5 I think are pretty likely to happen. The second 5 are more speculative, and then I threw in a couple of zany honorable mentions just for fun, because why not have some fun with this? So without further ado, my first prediction is that there will be a cybercab revealed. So yes, it will be called cybercab, and it will be, of course, a version of Tesla's robotaxi. That I think is pretty likely to happen, considering that that was the original name and intent of the event itself. Number 2, cybercab is going to look like a miniature Cybertruck. I have been predicting this for a very long time. It's going to have an exoskeleton of stainless steel. It's going to be angular, and it will look kind of like a Cybertruck, but of course the stainless steel is going to be thinner. It will have some more curves than the Cybertruck does. The Cybertruck is very, very angular. By the way, if you haven't seen my video about the Cybertruck, we just got one, so you can check that out up here. Anyway, it will be a 2-seater, and very likely the doors will have some sort of gull wing sort of motion or something like that, so that they can open in a very compact space. In other words, between parking areas and things like that. And they will automatically open and close, because that is a big problem if you don't have a human being around to close the door if the passenger gets out and just leaves and doesn't open the door. Number 3, and this is pretty much a given because we've already seen demonstrations of this, we will get to see a rideshare app demonstration. Tesla will, of course, demo the app. I don't know if they'll let us load it on our phones, but they will at least have Tesla employees that'll have it on their phones. They will use the app. They'll call up the vehicle. It'll come. You'll be able to see them do that, and then more than likely we will be able to ride in the robotaxis and actually experience it, likely with a Tesla employee in it, but maybe not, because again, it's going to be in Warner Brothers back lot. I mean, I think that's where it is. I still don't have my ticket, which is crazy. I have got a confirmation, just don't have a ticket yet, so I don't know exactly where it is. But as far as I know, it's in the back lot, and therefore they may be able to drive around in the kind of fake streets in the back lot. So anyway, that will be exciting. We'll get to see the app in use, maybe get to download it on our phones, probably not, but at least be able to see employees do it and watch it be called, hailed. You put in where you're going to go, you go someplace, and you get out. That will be very, very cool. Number 4, those of us who are in attendance will get to see a future tech version of full self-driving. In other words, the Cybercab is not going to be driving version 12.5.x of the full self-driving software, but probably a version 13, or maybe even an entire fork that's designed just for the Cybercab, not for anything else. So that will be very exciting if that happens, because of course, those of us like James Dalma, Scott Walter, me, other people are going to be very excited to see what the future, future forward technology that's in these new vehicles is going to look like, and therefore what we might see in the coming months in the full self-driving that we can get in our own vehicles. And finally, number 5, in terms of the likely things that we're going to see, is commercialization timeline. So Elon or Tesla will provide a timeline for when the robotaxi service could start operating. This would include a beta testing process, a full-scale rollout predictions, and in order to make it specific, I'm going to say that the first city with no backup drivers in the seat, so just all by itself, maybe somebody remotely with a joystick in case it gets in trouble, that will happen before the end of 2024. I'll stick my neck out on that. I think it might actually happen in October or November. I mean, I think we've only got a couple more months left in the year anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen before the end of the year somewhere, because I think that Tesla's going to want to use this event to gain momentum and traction and mind share and things like that. I think that Tesla is considering this event to be kind of their ChatGPT moment. They really want the public to become aware of what full self-driving is. They haven't had that happen yet. Those of us who drive, who use full self-driving, we know, and we're like really excited about it, but the general public doesn't know yet. And I think that Tesla is hoping this is going to be the ChatGPT moment where everyone in the general public goes, holy crap, this is amazing, and it actually works. Okay, so those 5 I'm pretty convinced are going to happen. Number 6 starts into the little bit more speculative area. I think this one is relatively likely. I think that Elon Musk, or maybe Ashok Ellaswamy or somebody like that, is going to talk about the software that powers the vehicles. More than likely, they won't spend too much time or get too much into the weeds of this, because this is not AI Day, but it will probably bore the general audience. Most of the people are not going to care about this at all, so it will be too long for them. And for those of us who are geeking out about it, it's going to be way too short and not enough detail. So hopefully we'll be able to talk to some of the folks that actually work at Tesla AI to get a little more details out of them during the event, if we don't get to find out during the actual main announcement. So that would be super cool. And anybody from Tesla that wants to talk to me or Scott or James or anybody else, come find us. We will definitely want to talk to you. On to number 7, the significance of the location. Given that the event is at Warner Brothers Studios, I think there's going to be a thematic tie-in using the, studio's iconic sets or themes to make the reveal kind of more engaging, more memorable, something like that. Think Batman set or something along those lines, some sort of futuristic sort of movie on these sets. Back to the Future would be perfect, but that was not actually filmed at Warner Brothers. It was filmed at Universal, but otherwise Back to the Future would be perfect, of course, with the DeLorean and everything. But anyway, I think that there's going to be some sort of thematic tie-in, because why otherwise have it at a place like this? I know the back lot is a great place because you don't have to have street legal vehicles yet, but I think that not having some sort of thematic tie-in would be a big waste. All right, we're counting up here. Number 8, I think they're going to talk about expansion and infrastructure. Tesla's going to discuss how they plan to fleet manage the cybercabs, plus possibly our user-owned models as well, the Model Y, Model S, Model X, those things. And they'll also show how the heck cybercab is going to get charged without humans being in the loop, right? In other words, right now you have to pull up to a charging post and you have to literally plug the vehicle in order to charge it. I think that Tesla's going to have some sort of automated solution so that it can go to a place, probably a dedicated Tesla Cybercab charging area that it will pull into, maybe wireless charging. Maybe they'll go back to that snake thing, that scary looking snake thing that, people discussed back in the day. But, I don't think it'll be that. I have a feeling it'll probably be something a little more elegant than that, but we will see. I think they need to talk about this. And so my prediction is that they will talk about fleet management, charging, things like that. All right, we're almost up to the honorable mentions. Number 9 is that there will be an Optimus unveil. In other words, attendees will be able to interact with and maybe talk to several Optimi that will be available at the event. And I actually think there will be an Optimus or two at the entrance. Maybe they'll have a red carpet or something because it's Hollywood after all. So as you come in on the red carpet, maybe there'll be a couple of them waving you in or something along those lines. Maybe protected so you can't go up and hug it or something and knock it over. But, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there are some Optimi in the crowd, helping out, giving directions or something, pointing at the place that you're supposed to go, stuff like that. That would not surprise me at all. All right, and on to a couple of zany honorable mentions. The first one is there will be a McDonald's tie-in, and that McDonald's food will be delivered via these cybercabs during the event. In other words, you can use the app or something like that, call up the cab, and it will bring you a Big Mac or fries or Coke or whatever it is that you want. I think that actually, of my zany predictions, that's probably the most likely, because we've seen some McDonald's interest about the 10/10 event and tie-ins and stuff, but again, pretty zany and off the wall, but why not have some fun? Next up on the honorable mention front is that not only will we see Optimus at the event, but that it will actually arrive in a cybercab and get out of the cybercab itself. That would be pretty darn cool if it can do that. As Scott Walter talks about, it's very difficult for robots to have that kind of mobility in their lower torso to be able to get in and out of a vehicle. So if it can come up to, the stage or something and get out of the vehicle without help, that would be a huge step forward in terms of robotics and very cool. And last honorable mention, and this is by far the zaniest here, there will be a surprise appearance of, quote, Elon. Instead of Elon Musk presenting at the event, you'll see a bunch of Optimus robots that will take the stage, and they'll be dressed as different famous figures from history or movies. Movies would be even more fun than that. And one Optimus is going to be Elon Musk, and that Optimus will actually make a presentation to the crowd as if it's Elon Musk. In other words, in Elon Musk's voice, and then Elon will arrive in a cybercab and get out to great audience applause or something like that. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but I thought, why not have some fun with that? That's kind of a fun idea. And then this bonus thing, this was going to be another prediction, but Elon and SpaceX kind of blew it for me by admitting they were going to do that. That is that the Europa Clipper is planned to be launched on the 10th, same day as the We Robot event. And then Starship Integrated Flight Test number 5 is supposed to be Sunday the 13th. So those are bonus facts. Stay tuned for that. That should be a lot of fun to watch. And if you don't know about the Europa Clipper mission, it is going to be a huge thing. It's going to take it till 2030 to get out to Europa and Jupiter. But once it gets there, we should get incredible data and maybe start to discover that there actually is life outside of the Earth in the solar system. That would be incredible. All right, and on to prediction number 10. Drum roll, please. I predict that Tesla stock will tank on Friday. Please don't trust me on this. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research, blah, blah, blah. But I think that we are going to see a lot of people in the market market, people who are analysts and everything, just not understand what happened. They're going to miss the point, and Tesla stock is going to take a significant dive by several percentage points on Friday. Yeah, it'll recover over time or something like that. But you've also got the sell on the news thing. Tesla stock has been going up lately. It's been buy on the rumor, sell on the news kind of a thing. So the likelihood is that Tesla stock will go down on Friday, even if the event is flawless. You're going to hear people say, oh, that was stupid and it didn't do as much stuff as they said, whatever. Anyway, like I said, don't trust me. I'm not a financial analyst. Do not take my advice. Do not buy or sell Tesla stock based on what I'm saying. But that is my prediction that Tesla stock is going to tank on the 11th of October. All right, folks, so those are my predictions. Let me know in the comments what your predictions are. And of course, if you're at the event, please do come and say hi. It would be awesome to meet you in person. And in the meantime, if you don't mind liking and subscribing to this video, that would be awesome. It really helps out the channel. I would love to make it to 100,000 subscribers if I can before my birthday in January. So help me do that, and I will see you from Los Angeles in the next video. Bye-bye.